Hello and welcome back to episode 53 of Death Stranding. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. Let's see what we got.
Good on you, Sam. You bring people together. You're on that bridge to the future. And mine. Come on, Sam. Stand up.
Is this me?
Oh, God. Not BB2.
No.
Well, you kind of earned that, didn't you? And so that's why they both felt guilty about it. Okay, so there you go. Our bottle baby was not Cliff's bottle baby. Excuse me, Wales, you're upside down. Poor Cliff didn't have any dangly bits. And now this is where we close the loop. This is where Amelie recovers Sam on his beach and repatriates him. Yep.
There you are.
So the baby that we've been seeing inside Sam when we repatriate, I guess that's his Ka or Ha or whichever one it is.
You want to go home?
She could have said something to Cliff and smoothed things out a little bit. Don't you think?
It's okay. I know the way.
So it's interesting that the seam is underwater, since the beach is a boundary region between the living and the dead. And the living seem to spend most of their time on the dry part. But you have to get wet to go back to the world of the living? Does that mean going inland is where you find the world of the dead? And now? Back in a bottle?
There you are. Welcome back.
You understand his days as a BB are over, now that his connection to the other side has been severed.
It was me who cut the cord. So yes.
A deathless repatriate in the world of the living. Should we decommission it?
What do you think, dumbass?
In a manner of speaking. Take him out of the pod. I'll raise him as my own.
And then?
Come on, Lou. Wake up. Come on, Lou, wake up. Come on, Lou. Come on, baby. Come on, Lou, wake up. Wake up. Come on. Wake up! Wake up. Lou.
Where'd you get that? And who are those? Why are they the wrong color? Is there a new player on the field? What are you doing out in the rain, Sam? That's a rainbow, but which way is it curving? Okay, and I think that probably is the for real end this time. Well, since we now know that there's a second one, I suppose it's pretty easy to read the opening that's been left. Sam is in the world. I was kind of thinking that maybe he was going to get stranded on the beach and the sequel was going to be about him returning, maybe as a new extinction entity, perhaps. But we've been told that the last Stranding is not stopped, it's only stalled, so there's a pretty easy opening there. What a great game. I mean, obviously I've enjoyed it a lot. I've mentioned several times now that I've put in almost 200 hours. And I probably didn't need to put in all that time to record these episodes. I spent most of that time doing side missions and building roads. And I think, especially if I just turned on the social strand system, I wouldn't have needed to build roads. And I mean, I'm glad I did it the way I did it, because I've certainly enjoyed the gameplay. Gathering stuff up and building things and making deliveries really scratches the hoarder itch. And I'm certainly not the sort of person that easily gets tired of doing that sort of thing over and over and over again. Obviously. I might have mentioned this an episode or two back, but I do kind of feel like the ending was maybe a little too disconnected from the gameplay. And I do kind of feel like I've seen that happen repeatedly in Kojima games. And it's not a huge deal. But it's sort of jarring and frustrating to get pulled out of the gameplay loop that you're enjoying and set on rails and made to wander around and wait for things to happen. But yeah, not a big detriment. There's certainly plenty of ordinarily I think I'd call it metaphysics, since we're talking about life and death. But since these are real things that are happening in the world, I guess they cease to be metaphysical. So I guess we'll just say that there are definitely some aspects of the physics here that are left unexplained, and I wonder how much they're going to get explored in the sequel. Amelie made a reference at one point to the Big Bang, and that matter and antimatter should have annihilated. She didn't really go into much detail, though. There's a legitimate cosmological question that is very much to that effect. The idea that the Big Bang ought to have produced equal amounts of matter and antimatter, and so they should have wound up annihilating. And why that didn't happen is the open question. It's kind of interesting that that's tied into the fact that the BTs carry antimatter with them and are apparently seeking to bring that antimatter into contact with people specifically. If the point was that the universe was trying to balance the ledger, so to speak, there's no particular reason that it would favor humans or any other living things over just the first available matter, because sooner or later you'd get it all. So that part's a little interesting. Now I do wonder about the reference that Amelie made to the beach having a will of its own and punishing Bridget? I think it's Bridget. For not being a good extinction entity. Is there some, society of the undead that is guiding these things and in contact with the extinction entities? And if so, why didn't we see any evidence of it? And if not, what is the process that creates and guides and informs the extinction entities? I was kind of thinking that Amelie was going to wind up saying that she accidentally fulfilled her purpose, that by delving more deeply into these things that she essentially accelerated the Death Stranding. But she never said that outright. On the other hand, it does kind of seem like that's what happened, because we've been told that the first void out was the result of, or maybe related to, BB research. And at that point, Bridget was already in contact with the beach, which is what motivated her to do research into bridge babies, as I understand it. So, Bridget came into contact with the beach. She initiated the research into the bridge babies, caused the void out, and then the Death Stranding accelerated. It'd be interesting to see mechanically how much the sequel winds up being like this game. I would certainly be happy to continue playing this some more. Maybe there are some more deliveries that I haven't tried yet. There are certainly plenty of prestige missions, whatever the hell they're called, that I haven't done. I think probably some of those are going to be really hard, and maybe I don't care to do them all, but there are plenty that would be fine. I'm not sure that I would enjoy playing another game that was just the same thing again. Not that I think we're in much danger of receiving that from Kojima, of all people. So obviously it's going to be the United Cities of America continuing their struggle to rebuild society and ostensibly to save humanity. Presumably the Death Stranding will be ongoing, so we can expect BTs to make a comeback. Maybe that'll be the moment for the Society of the Land of the Dead that I've speculated about to make its appearance, and take a more direct hand in matters, since their emissary is not doing her job. So maybe we'll see some new BTs, or some different BTs, or something like that. It'll be interesting to see what we do with the cities and with the world. Right now, I don't think there's a strong motivation for more people to be out in the world, but maybe we'll get to do some gameplay in the cities and see how those people actually live, because that's been something that I've wondered about quite a bit. Maybe we'll see some stuff in the air. I don't think anybody ever explained to me why air stuff doesn't happen. Maybe we'll see the terrorists take on presumably they will take on another role. Maybe we'll see a hostile terrorist nation rise up against the United Cities. And, oh man, if we actually had to persecute a civil war in the context of the Death Stranding, that would be pretty brutal. That would be really brutal, but it might be a fun setting. You have to deal with casualties, and maybe we'll have some armed vehicles out in the world. Yeah. I mean, whatever it is, I'm going to play it. You can count on that. At this point, I think anything that's got Hideo Kojima's name on it, I'm going to snap up and play the shit out of. In fact, I still need to go back to Metal Gear Solid 5, because I haven't finished it. Neither did he. LOL.
Louise.
So I wonder how long we're going to have to wait for the second one. I have a feeling it's going to be a while. Since by all indications, Kojima wasn't ready to talk about it yet. I think it's probably... it's not going to happen this year. It almost certainly won't happen next year. So, probably not before 2024, which means I'm going to have to find something else to do between now and then. What a shame. I haven't thought about what I'm going to do next yet. Which is unfortunate because I squandered the huge backlog I had built up. And I do not have much time to figure out what I'm going to do if I'm going to keep my schedule. I do have a Sherlock Holmes game from Frogwares. Been meaning to play it, but I don't know if I'm going to record it. 21 liters of blood transfused into Sam. Premium deliveries, that's what they're called. 25 tons of cargo delivered. I'm pretty pleased with that. That's a lot of cargo. Five stars with BB. Hell yeah. There are a couple of settlements that I did not get to 5 stars with. Well, good, I got a lot of sound data. So there's got to be a way for me to continue playing. Two weeks earlier. Oh, is that what this is? Is we're gonna get rolled back to before all those events, and now we can continue playing. That's what it is, isn't it? I'm down with that.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Oh, I hadn't heard the BB tune before.
Look who's awake. Morning, Sam. You'll be happy to hear your vitals have stabilized, and that you're well on your way to recovery. Not that it's your fault, but what I wouldn't give to trade places. We're all stuck in the president's office, working like dogs to get everything ready in time for the inauguration. But at least one of us is still free as a bird. You should head out. Make the most of it. Could even do some orders if you wanted. Might do you good to get back in the game. You may recall it was raining buckets back when you left for Amelie's Beach. We took a real beating at the time, but we've done our best to service the structures and vehicles in the area. So you know, any cargo that was stored in your private locker at a damaged facility should have been transferred to your private locker here at this distro center. Anyway, busy or not, we'll still be on the end of the line if you need us. And if you want some alone time, we should be able to manage for now. Just make sure you're back in time for the big day, all right? See you then. Hey, Sam, you sure you don't have any unfinished business?
Sam, I know you've been to hell and back and earned a break, but I've got a high priority request. Head to the distro center west of Capital Knot. You can review the details there.
Okay, well, let's see what this is all about. I would like one of these, please. I think I'm going to keep all of that stuff. Yeah. And let's see. What can I do over here? Anything new? Hell yeah. Let's be shiny. Ooh, I like that blue. But we're going to be gold for today. I love it. I love it. Alright, let's see about these requests. Maybe we can find one that we can just dabble in a little bit real quick here. Bike.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Benjamin Hancock's bike.
All weapons will remain locked
Wow.
until departure. All clear. Welcome.
What do we got? That's all standard stuff. I don't care about that. Where even am I? I'm at Capital Knot City. And where did you want me to go? Steve Buscemi's Minge? That is inappropriate. Do I have memory chip data? Huh. How long have I been carrying those around? Ages.
I just about given up on this.
You're a saint, Sid.
Off you go.
You don't know how long I've won.
Okay, bye. Harley Davidson, Pan American, Unknown Man's Journal, and dandelion seeds?
Thank you for your contribution.
I thought... Yeah, I actually thought there was going to be a mission for me to do. And it's not showing up. So let's just go for a little ride. Where did Die Hardman want me to go? You've been getting emails from someone pretending to be me? Somewhere beyond the tar belt, north of the ruined shopping mall in Middle Knot City? There's another Lambda thing for me to get? Well, that'll be fun. I've become whole again, and it's all thanks to you and your love of Half-Life and Portal. It was Gladys. Allow me to thank you with a gift. It's a strider. Perhaps it could be used to remove any awkward obstacles. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. You know what? Screw it. I think we've got a little bit we can do. So, since we are pretty much out of time, let's just call it here for episode 53. Come back and see me again in episode 54. And I think I'll round up a few little things for us to do before we finally put the Death Stranding to bed for now. Talk to you soon.